Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Team Building with Zooch, where I take a live guest and team build for a matchup. And then after on, we go ahead and watch the replay, talk about how the team performed and all the plays that were made. So without further ado, we have our guest Tezzy with us here today. What's going on, man?
Terra Terrakion is not ass.
Terra Terrakion is not ass. Dude, I was actually looking at that like just a little bit when I looked at the matchup when you sent it, and I don't think I've ever seen it, but like it looked interesting here. So I mean, we're probably gonna bring it, to be honest. But
I have no clue how this one is, so we'll see.
oh,
I'm probably gonna drop it.
oh,
If it doesn't do anything this week, I'm dropping it. So
did you? This is week 3, right? You didn't bring it the first 2 weeks?
this is week 2.
Oh, week 2. You didn't bring it the first week?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, it's okay. Maybe we'll bring it. Maybe we won't. I don't know. I haven't really looked too hard yet. But
Yeah,
this
let's see.
is, yeah, this is just a standard Paldea Dex Terra preview, right? Nothing crazy.
Yep.
All right, cool. So you're up against Pyronox, who's obviously been a really good player for a while. So he's got an interesting team with the triple steal with the Crown Cobalion core. It's pretty funny. I don't think I've ever seen that yet. Where you have like the Paradox and the regular. So, have you like looked at this at all or seen anything or not really?
Barely, honestly. I haven't. Yeah, I've kind of kept a blank slate, so
Okay.
I guess today we'll find out.
I know. So, a couple things I do notice is a lot of his like strong attackers are special, like top 3, Manaphy.
Right.
They're all like special. Like it's only, I mean, even Cobalion can be special too. Really, only physical attackers are like Flygon and Ursaring, and I guess Talonflame. Talonflame doesn't have the highest attack stat though. So, and you do have 2 like pretty good Pokemon that generally run Spadef, Registeel, Tinglu, that look pretty good into these guys. Like,
Right.
so I do think, at first glance at least, I don't think this matchup might be terrible. Your offense, like Terragran's really good, but he does have like, I would say like not bad checks to Greninja too. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, with triple steal like Baxcalibur, you would think probably wouldn't be the best here.
Yeah.
He does have a lot of things that outspeed Baxcalibur too. So, but you can always boost your speed with Scale Shot or DD or whatever. So, probably the first thing. I mean, I think Tinglu is a must here, so we could probably just start with that. I usually start with like offensive Pokemon to kind of build, but I just think Tinglu is literally like it's a crown check, it's a Darkrai check.
Right.
It can be a this guy check, but Archelon can be physical. It's Terra too, so it might be a bit harder. It could be body press as well, But I do think Tinglu probably is going to be your initial Darkrai pivot, if I had to guess.
Yeah. I was looking at like Cobalion and probably if he was to bring up Cobalion, there'd probably be some sort of item defense body press set, I feel like. Just based on the fact that like most of my main attackers are physical.
Yeah, that too.
I haven't read them, so
Yeah.
but aside from that.
Yeah, I do think probably G-King just in general usually is a pretty solid Cobalion check. The only kind of Cobalion set that might be able to muscle past G-King is probably like either Calm Mind or like Policy, because if you bring like Flamethrower or something, Policy will proc. But yeah, I could definitely see Iron Defense for sure. Iron Defense, and then like Steel Move, looks pretty solid versus your team. So, but yeah, let's go ahead with Tinglu first. Tinglu. So now like versus Darkrai, if this is gonna be like Undersoul thing, I think Darkrai could run something like Wisp here. Wisp is actually not bad because Wisp would be good into Tinglu and Registeel. I feel like Registeel would be pivoting. So you could be Restock Tinglu, you could be Lumberry Tinglu. I'm trying to think what moves you need here for tax wise at least. Like, I mean, you could probably just run like Stab. It looks like.
Yeah.
Another thing
I
too.
wouldn't mind a spike here.
Restock.
No, just I wouldn't mind spikes here, but maybe not.
Oh, spikes. Oh, spikes. Yeah. So they do have. Pheasantipity has removal, right? Steefog or no?
No.
No,
I think it's only one.
Okay. Oh, and I think Lurantis.
And Lurantis.
Yeah. So would Talonflame come here?
And Talonflame definitely could come. It's the fastest one.
Yeah. It does check this guy too, actually. Like your hardest hitting move is like Sludge Bomb, I think, for that guy.
Yep.
So priority with Braybird could be good for like Greninja too. So yeah, I do think there's a solid chance that Talon comes. I do
Yeah.
think if Talon comes, like it does. I mean, G King usually is pretty good into that. I know it can just U-turn, which is annoying, but um, it's probably
Yeah.
not
It gets
the.
three defogs though mostly.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, for sure.
it's unfortunate.
I mean, if we do go G King though, and they do defog, like G King does like look pretty annoying for their team. Like their
Yeah.
ground is Flygon. I'm
Yeah.
not sure if Flygon's gonna come. It could come. But if it doesn't, like you could just run like a T-Wave G King. It's really free into this team.
Yep.
I'm trying to think what Terras these two guys might do into our team. Um,
Um,
Probably. I mean, if it's Crown, like I'm assuming it's gonna probably be something to hit Tinglu.
yeah.
Could be water. I think water's not bad.
No, water is solid. Um,
Yeah, if it's like booster special attack agility, maybe, or booster. I
I
don't
feel
think.
like he could be just speed.
Yeah, could be. I think you have to. You can't be max special attack with that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You got to be like
But I
M.
mean, it's like a nice like safety into Bex Caliber if he does that.
That's true. Yeah, that's very true. Actually, boost your speed, and then would probably be Calm Mind 3 attacks if I had to guess.
Right.
If it's booster speed, so he really would just need like he doesn't even need a psychic move, right, into this team.
Probably just need something defensive into Greninja. If I get my Battle Bond off, you could tear into something into it.
Yeah, that's why. Well, that's why I said maybe water could be.
Yeah. So water was a pretty good option there.
Yeah, because he doesn't need a psychic move at all versus this team. He just needs a fighting coverage or water coverage, and
Hardened
then
Steel.
steel. Yeah, so he could be Terra Fight too. Actually, looking
Mm-hmm.
at it, Terra Fight makes a lot of sense. Actually, yeah,
Right.
because the things that kill fighting types, like it's just G King really. But if he's Calm Mind, like you should
Yeah.
be able to get past that, you know.
Yeah,
So,
but I guess the problem with Terra Fighting is the fact that it will make G King deal with him a little easier.
yeah, he could
I
try
would
to like
he could be sub.
sub.
I mean my first move if I'm playing against Crown is probably just T wave.
hmm Yeah, sub Calm Mind with booster speed could be annoying. That's it actually like literally smokes.
Right. If he's Terra Water, I feel like that's a scarier. Like if he's a Calm Mind sub.
Yeah, and we only
Break it.
have three things faster than that. So
Hmm.
okay, all right, let's go Tinglu. So you think spikes look good? Spikes hits everything, but what? T Flame, Flygon, Cell.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a lot of mons that want to run boots. But the only problem with spikes is like, yeah, it's just hard to punish defog. But still.
So I'm trying to think like if we go G King on Talonflame and they defog, so we get a free click. Like that's why like they don't switch. They can't switch into something like T Wave.
Hmm.
Um, I'm trying to think what attacks we would definitely need flamethrower. Probably flamethrower. Mm, Flamethrower probably.
Mm,
Yeah, I don't know. Because generally you want like either slack off or chili, right? But
yeah.
if we do that plus T Wave, we only have room for two slots, which it would probably just have to be like Psyshock and
Yeah, I probably
Flame.
want Psyshock.
Yeah, Psyshock and Flamethrower would probably be the coverage moves.
Yep.
So, but yeah, let's go Tingler. So,
Yeah.
we definitely need Earthquake, obviously. Do you like Payback? Do you like Ruination? Do you not want a dark move
Um,
here?
not a huge fan of payback here. I just feel like it doesn't really hit much other than the crest, which I guess the crest is important too, but it's
Yeah, could do Ruination, just
I
to
think Ruination is a little better.
yeah, just to force a Moonlight or whatever too. You like Spikes? You said could go Double Hazard here. Could go Taunt. Even though we're gonna be slower than everything. Could go Whirlwind. Whirlwind's obviously very common.
Right.
Um,
I'm thinking, I mean, I guess that it depends if I'm worried about being burnt or not. I
Yeah.
guess like if I'm hazard sacking, it's not the end of the world if I'm burned.
Yeah, you could also run for sod. I just saw it too, if you want. So you're not
Mm,
useless. Um, I'm trying to think if you're hazard stacking. If you're does like Stone Edge just kill Talonflame?
yeah,
Probably
probably.
does. The problem is like if he
Yeah.
just Will-O-Wisps you though before defogging. I don't know if he would do that, but
Does it kill through Will-O-Wisp?
no, I don't think so. It's like bulkier, probably not, huh?
Like 81 to 95. This is to max defense though.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like 77 minimum to max defense. I
Yeah.
don't think he's going max defense. I don't know. I mean, it's a slot, right? Like it depends if I have room to run the slot for Talonflame. But it could be nice.
Yeah. If it's just if he burns you, obviously you do like half if he's just max HP or
Right.
something.
And also same thing with the misses. Like if you're missing a Stone Edge, it's just like a waste of a turn.
Yeah.
And he obviously just doesn't switch in ever again. Or doesn't let you do that.
Mm-hmm. Does clear amulet block defog?
No, it
No,
doesn't.
right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, last slot it's probably either just whirlwind or rock tomb is interesting too. Like if you want to slow something down. Um, but it's probably either just whirlwind or rocks, or is what I would probably think. Whirlwind, rocks, or rock tomb. I think are the three.
Fair.
But we don't have to pick it for now if we don't want. I do think probably just
I'll
let.
leave it for a little bit. Mhm.
What do you think?
We can leave it for a little bit
Okay.
later.
Yeah, I do think for the item, it's probably just leftovers. Could be, um, could be Lumberry if we're switching it into Darkrai. Could Sleep You. Could Willow You.
Right.
Um,
I'm happy with lefties, to be honest.
happy with lefties. Another thing too, it could be Sleep Talk. I just realized, but that's kind of that might be like too aggressive. It depends. I've done that before versus a Darkrai and it's worked, but
Yeah. Um,
I think if you're gonna run Sleep Talk expecting like the the what's it called? The sleep, you'd probably just run Lumberry anyway, but because then he's gonna
yeah.
hit too. But lefties is good too. There's nothing wrong with lefties.
Well, the problem is I don't think he can fit hypnosis. And then setup as well. He needs like at least 3 attacks.
So he's gonna run Dark Pulse
Probably focus blast, right?
for Tinglu. Well, he
I
could.
guess I mean if he's fine with just like setting up and then sleeping the Tinglu every time, then
Yeah, I was gonna
he
say he
could
could
do
just.
pump.
Yeah, he could just try to sleep it and then switch to something too. Um, Focus Blast does hit Reggie obviously a lot harder too though, so I could see him having Focus Blast and this guy. Um, so it'd be
I mean,
Dark
it's
Pulse.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess Greninja too. So I definitely think he's gonna have Focus Blast. Makes sense. Dark Pulse, Focus Blast. Probably still needs either Ice Beam or Sludge.
Yeah.
Probably just
I guess Ice Beam
Sludge.
makes sense. Um,
Well, yes, yeah, because then he might not have to risk too versus Tinglu. It does hit it not bad. A Focus Blast, so he doesn't need to risk it. So, but he should have 3 attacks regardless. So then the fourth slot can be Hypnosis,
probably
can be
status.
Blot. Yeah,
Yeah.
can
Or
be.
status. Yep.
Yeah. So, because it does outspeed everything too. So,
Makes
um,
sense.
he might have Hypnosis. We don't know yet, but we'll just do leftovers for now. I'm trying to think like if we want any defense on Tinglu in this matchup. The defense would be pretty much probably to potentially take a body press maybe from Archaludon. That's really it. I don't really think we would take much else.
Yeah, it's really feels pretty niche here. And Tinglu's natural defense is pretty good for
Yeah, it is.
Archaludon.
Yeah, and I don't think we would run any speed here. Doesn't really make sense.
Um,
So this could just be just a simple.
creep the 20 speed Lurantis.
You like? If you usually do that, we can.
Um,
I don't care.
no,
But
no, no,
yeah,
I'm joking.
I,
Yeah,
I don't think it was worth it.
no, it's not.
Is 5? I don't know if 514 into 16 is even or not. You know, I got a quick maths. I don't think it is. I think it's
No, it's
480, 96, 512, right? I think it's
yeah, 512
512.
or 516. Yeah, 512.
Okay, there we go. Just go like that. So pretty basic set, but it's what it does best. So, um, Greninja is interesting. What type of Greninja looks good here?
I do
Um,
feel like based on the difficulty of the matchup, it might be worth going for like a sleeper grind again, like a battle bond.
Battle Bond, yeah,
Um,
like it.
yeah, I wouldn't mind like an offensive like protein grind, but I just think because it's like a hard team for me to kind of crack. I could see like a SD set being like really good.
Physical, yeah, I like physical too because I mean I think that initial checks to Greninja on their side is going to be either Pheasantipede or Ursaring, probably if it's like an Eviolite Ursaring. It could be like a bulky Manaphy too, I
Or like
suppose.
Manaphy, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, physical looks solid. So I'm trying to think what coverage moves we need. We'd probably need water. What are the water resists? Archaludon and Manaphy and Lurantis.
Yeah, it's probably
Hmm.
gonna be like gunk shot, low kick, water move, maybe. I'm not completely sure, but I'm just um I think gunk shot is probably
Junk shot would be for like just
it's like a
Lurantis
good
or
neutral, like
just
a good
neutral click.
neutral move into yeah.
Yeah. Um. We could. I mean, we could also fit Trailblaze for Manaphy. We could also designate this for Terra too. I don't know. I'm trying to think what type would be good. Unless we want to Terra the Tarak.
Oh, I mean, like if I'm running gunk shot, it would probably be Terra Poison, just because I think neutrally it's kind of weak. But with Terra Poison it's strong. But if not, then I might just do like a Terra Blast or not, or just a different Terra.
Yeah. I think maybe probably Terraing the Terrakion might actually be more value here. Just because like
That's it.
yes, Greninja can easily like win games, but it's kind of hard to like. I don't even know like which Pokemon are, like seem like the best to come here, and like he does have like a lot of options to be like very bulky.
Hmm.
So for Greninja, it's not really like you'd have to keep Greninja like way in the back probably till like everything
Yeah,
is like really low for that thing to win.
that's
So I do think like a setup Greninja is good here though. Like I don't think wasting Greninja for like spikes or T spikes is really ideal here. Um,
okay.
Pheasantipede might not come here just because like Tinglu's pretty good into it, Registeel's good into it, G King's good into it. Like there's a lot
Yeah.
of Pokemon that kind of just make that do nothing. So
Hmm.
if they don't bring Pheasantipede, like Toxic Spikes, actually honestly, Toxic Spikes are not even good because there's so many Steals and Levitators. So never mind. I was gonna
Yeah.
say Toxic Spikes could be a thing, but no.
I'm happy. I mean, I guess we can just like look at the track later. See
Yeah.
see what like Terra benefits from, and if we're like choosing Terra as kind of a Terra lock, we can just run like Protean Grin
Hmm.
and probably just go coverage, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing if you have like two like setup Pokemon to like try
Right.
to win the game, but I'm just like looking at your other like offensive Pokemon, and it's like Enam, which doesn't look too good. It gets revenged by quite a bit on this team, unless you want to bring like that dual dance set or something, dual
Right.
dance policy or something.
Right.
Um, Excalibur, pretty
I don't
similar.
hate actually.
I don't hate it. It's just again a lot of things can do a lot of damage to it. That's faster.
Yeah.
We would probably pair it with the G King, uh, the Chili. I think it would make it easier. Um,
Right.
if you just look at his team, I mean, his Dragon Resists are just Pheasantipede and Crown, which you can just run Earthquake for both of those to cover it.
Yeah. I
Um,
think the main problem with Vax is just being revenged by the crown booster crown. But like if I am able to like run a bulky set and get up two DDs, I kind of
yeah,
just win.
yeah,
Like I
or
mean,
mhm.
like earthquake, ice move, dragon move is really good into him. So like
Yeah,
his steals all. get really tossed by Earthquake.
Yeah, or even just like forcing out the speed too is fine
Hmm.
if you still have like
Yeah, that's fine. Like switch in.
yeah,
Yep.
Pokemon switch into it. Again, it's pretty hard to switch into that guy, but hopefully we have something, you know. I was gonna say like potentially like maybe Scarf Track too could be a thing just to make sure you revenge everything or +1, but I'm not sure yet.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I can just Terra into like I said water and then you wouldn't be able to revenge it. So, um, but yeah, going back to Gren here. Um, I would lean towards like a Swords Dancing set honestly here.
Hmm.
Swords
Okay.
Dance probably SD
Water move.
water move.
Um, Probably low kick as well because I can't hit. Wait, how much is low kick into Cobalion? Is that 80 or is that 100?
I think it's 80, but you probably need it anyway for Archaludon. So,
Yeah, let's take a look.
what are we looking at?
Oh, it's actually 120. That's good. That's
Into
really good.
Cobal?
Hmm.
Okay, good. What about Archaludon?
Oh, Archaludon is light. Actually, Archaludon might be 80. This is really bad, actually, if it's
80?
80. Damn.
Well,
So light as mine.
I mean, if you SD and you're not minus attack and your max attack, you know, it gets still. This is a life orb though. It gets still chunk. Um, because also,
Having a
well,
chip is good, so.
well, yeah,
But
you would die to body press. That was the thing too.
mhm.
You could show like Terra Ghost or something to kind of
Right.
even if you don't plan on tearing, we could show it to kind of because it could be good versus or you know what, Terra Poison might be a bit better too to resist fighting or whatever, and then Pheasantipity potentially would be able to toxic you. That's probably
Mhm.
what I would do with Greninja is like the Terra that kind of deters them from clicking a fighting move or a poison move. Um, but yeah, it would be SD, water move, low kick, could be dark move, could be trailblaze. It might probably have to be a dark move actually, just to
Yeah, probably.
because for coverage, yeah, versus other
Mhm.
stuff. So, but yeah, something like a Fizz Def, like Pheasantipity or something, wouldn't really take a ton. We could trying to think what item too. We could like get a lot of value out of it if we could get a correct item here. I'm talking like an offensive item, like boosting a certain type,
Because
E-belt. Um,
it's coverage. But yeah, Pheasant Deputy would be like a Mystic Water, maybe.
mhm.
Um, or just like a Lum for extra setup. But I just don't really. I mean, there's not a ton of mons that
You set up.
grab benefit from just setting up in front of. Um, I guess Lum would be for like a Cresselia, maybe a Talonflame.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, do you think Specs could be a set here or no? Like, just Specs pump? Like, how much does that do to Manaphy?
Not a lot to Manaphy. I mean, his switch-ins would be like Manaphy and maybe Archaludon for specs, right? Pheasant Dipthy probably doesn't take Hydros too well. Well, it can if it's like Spidef, but
If it's not AV or Chaladon, like, that takes a pretty solid chunk. Let me check Manaphy.
yeah, I don't really see him being AV here. Like, I don't really have special threats, so he doesn't.
Yeah, Manaphy doesn't really take much. That's no bulk. Only takes a third.
Wow, need the special attacker on this team.
Yeah.
Noted.
Well, they wouldn't go. They probably wouldn't pitch pivot Manaphy right away because Dark Pulse does a lot to it. How does Dark look versus their team? Darkrai's not
Um,
gonna switch in.
it's
Cobalion.
really just Pheasant Dipthy probably and Cobalion.
Okay. Pheasantipity is probably not gonna take much. Dark Pulse, yeah, it takes nothing. Um, hmm.
I do wonder. I mean, I feel like his top three are pretty much locks for him.
Yeah, I do think so too.
So it's kind of like up to what he brings, right? Like if he doesn't bring Talonflame, Hazards is really good. He brings it. I
Yeah.
mean,
I think it's just come. Even just to have like if he's
yeah,
not flame body, just a priority for something like Greninja or
right.
Avenging or Tracheon or something, you know.
I think, I mean, odds are, right? It's like likely 3 of 4 here. Maybe Cresselia. I mean, I'm looking at Cobalion, Talonflame, Fez, and Manaphy.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
I think Manaphy. I think Manaphy Talon plus the top
yeah,
three, and then one other.
right.
Yeah.
It would just be like Cobalion, Fez. I don't think he brings Cresselia. I think he
I
probably
I
doesn't
don't
make
either.
himself that weak to dark.
Yeah, I don't either. No. It's probably yeah, it's Cobalion or Fez in my opinion. Pro- Probably Cobalion, honestly. The speed and the typing isn't bad into your team, so
Yeah.
I would say
And you can
probably.
like you can set rocks with it and free up Archelon. But also
Hmm.
Archelon is not a bad rocker here either.
No,
So
it's
I
not.
guess it's either or.
It could be annoying if it's like rest talk with body press Dragon Tail. Obviously, they would pretty much call you not bringing in Amorous with that type of set, but
Right.
that set's very annoying. So for the team that we're probably gonna bring, um, yeah, I'm still I don't know what Greninja set to bring here. Mm, I was gonna say like eh, maybe like lead with a scarf, but it's risky anyway because they could lead something. If they lead Darkrai, like they could be scarfed and just kill your ass.
Right. I'm I'm kind of indifferent to like I don't know, like indifferent to like a Prithian, just like a move clicker thing.
Yeah,
Because I think like the ability to change types kind of like can screw with their ability to hit me.
hmm
Obviously some moves, some mons don't really care. Like Archelon probably clicks Draco if he brings it, and
hmm
it doesn't really matter. But like a Cobalion, if I go low kick on Cobalion, um, he can't really kill me. I guess his way of hitting me would be like a T wave, or
Yeah. Well, you probably just kill him, don't you? If you're Protean with low kick.
I don't think it Okos because Cobalion's fat, but it'll do a lot. Let's
Mm,
see.
ability Protean. Hello, where's Protean? Oh
Yeah, if
yeah,
he's like no bulk, and I'm like a boosting item, then yeah, I can kill him.
you're boosting.
Like let's say E-Belt probably kills. Oh, I guess it's a roll, but
I I kind of like that idea though of just an attacking one. Even you could even be Life Orb. I'm not really a big fan of Life Orb, but just throwing off attacks here could be clutch. And I think
yeah, if I need
you're good.
uh oh sorry, I just meant if I need to hit like a couple kills, I could go Life Orb. But yeah, also not the biggest fan of Life Orb.
Yeah, I do think having a 4 slot though, like taunt, could come into clutch.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Either for pheasant if he's a switch, just if it's roosting or something. I think just their attacks taunt is pretty solid here.
right.
Do they have spikes on their team? No, right?
No, they don't.
Yeah, so that's good for
Wow.
you. Yeah.
Yep.
Um. So then like you're gonna be only taking rocks at most from. So that's why like life orb could be better here. You shouldn't be taking hazards really. So, but we could go extra belt if you're not a fan of.
I'm down to get a Life Orb for now, and I'll check the calcs later.
Okay, let me just close my door real quick. Wait. Okay. All right, so let's do life orb. Are you a pump or a surf type of guy? Or no, are we gonna go physical here?
Let's see. So I want physical for Cobalion for sure.
That's harder versus
Fez,
Fez, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
probably Manaphy.
Yeah, it does suck Archelon gets the protein or the stamina, but I think physical is probably better, yeah.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm fine with physical. I think
Vacation,
that's
low kick. And we said probably just Night Slash, you think?
yeah.
Night Slash. and taunt. So if we're this set, right, let's just check how much we're doing. Can we go? I don't think we can. We go adamant? No, just off
No.
346. Darn. Okay.
I think the main problem for this set would just be maybe like a mana fee, decent switch in. Night Slash shouldn't be doing too much to it, and then also just getting revenge by Darkrai.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's true.
otherwise, like it's a pretty solid click, I think, into most of his team.
Yeah, if Pheasant Diffity is not physically defensive, it actually might two-shot. So if that's the switch, which is good. Well, two-shot, we have Rocks up. Or Spike, whatever. So yes, I think this is solid. I don't think you have to mess around with the speed creeping, just because like Cobalion might match Terrakion, but yeah, go ahead.
Right. I think the only thing I'm a little on the fence about is I'm trying to see if I want like Gunk Shot as well, because it's gonna be stab 120 base power, so that's gonna be really good for like a Manaphy or Pheasantipity if I ever get a chance to click it. And
Yeah, that's
if
true.
he's like Fairy or Chaladon.
Terra Fairy. Terra Fairy would be interesting versus like G King, but possible, yeah. If you'd want Gunk Shot though, what would you think about taking off?
I guess it's like between taunt and I probably want to keep Night Slash. I'd probably just taunt, to be honest.
Okay, you can do that, but it's just because we're like Life Orb too, and like taunting. Like if something like Cresselia comes or something like Pheasantipity comes, and
Right.
you could even like taunt something like Cobalion if you don't think like let's say you liquidation or something, right? They bring in Cobalion. Well, actually, low kick would probably just kill it anyway.
Depends on how bulky he is. I mean, if he's playing 252, then it won't kill. But yeah.
Liquidation into low kick probably kills, though. No.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Taunt. I guess taunt would be okay for like let's say you liquidation and then they bring in Manaphy, right? Like taunt could be a play there if you think they're gonna take heart or do something. It's obviously risky, but I mean we don't have the rest of our team yet. But Manaphy too looks a bit annoying for us, but we'll see what happens with that. I think we should just keep this for now, though.
Okay, I'm down.
Yeah.
These three moves look fun.
Yeah, we can throw on Gunk though. Later on if we feel like we need it though. So
Yeah, sounds good.
double dark to start it off. Definitely need G King here, no question. After G King, I don't know if there's like mons that we for sure need to have. I think the rest is flexible.
Yeah, I would personally say Baxcalibur. I think is up there for me.
Okay.
Unless we need like 3 more slots, I think I would go with Baxcalibur just to add to the offense here.
Yeah, I think Bax looks good too. Let's do let's do Bax first. Yeah. So we could be SD Scale Shot or Dragon Dance are probably the only 2 sets here, I would think.
I definitely would go Dragon Dance because I think Skill Shot is just. I mean, to rely on Skill Shot boosting speed against 3 steals is just probably bad.
Okay, makes sense. I agree.
And I'm boosting our Chaladon as well, which is
that too
really bad.
So you want to just do Stab EQ, you think? Or do you want
probably.
Iron Head to cover Balloon maybe? But we have Ice Move, so.
Yep.
Okay, let's do play. You like Crash?
Yeah, Crash. I'm fine with Crash. Yeah, Glaive is good into like Manaphy, maybe like an Ursaring, Cresselia.
Yeah.
Doesn't really need Glaive for his top 5, but it's still good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I don't.
So.
Yeah, I don't think there's really a better move anyway.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't mess around with dropping the stab.
Yeah.
It
looks like we're probably not gonna have removal here. I don't think we're bringing Bramble. So.
No.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to run the big ol' heavy duty.
Good.
So.
I think what I could mess around with is there's not really mons that like I need to outspeed at +1, so I might just like EV to outspeed either Scarf Crown or like Scarf Cobalion's not coming. So probably like just like +1 Crown and then I'll EV for it at +2 and then I can run like a fuck ton into bulk.
Yeah. So you're saying at +1 outspeed.
Probably like Talonflame, which I probably outspeed at +2 with sorry, like to hit to outspeed Crown at +1 after 2 DDs, I probably outspeed Darkrai and Talonflame anyways.
Yeah, so realistically, Darkrai and Talonflame should speed creep. Greninja, which Greninja hits 377, right? So
Yeah, so it'd be like
check that.
380, 381 maybe.
So they'd probably go to 379, or I guess 378, but 379,
Yeah.
let's say. So we would probably want to go to like 380. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
safe.
380 divided by 2, 190. Oh, but we need to outspeed Crown anyways.
Yeah, I'm just saying we need to make sure we outspeed this too.
Oh, at +1, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we'd go to at least 176, I think, adamant.
Right.
So and
70.
yeah,
Yeah, that looks good.
so at this at +2,
That should outspeed Crown. No, yeah, no problem.
just double check, but yeah, it does. Looks like it. It should outspeed like Manaphy too, all right? It's like +1 speed
Yep.
somehow.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that seems good. So we wouldn't be like the most bulky. We probably want to put our defenses.
Wonder how much attack I need. I mean, definitely adamant and like a hefty amount, but
Yeah, we can check that too. Um, let's see, we're gonna be Spear, Glaive, EQ, or not Spear, Crash. So at
yeah, I think
+1, let's check everything. Let's say we're max for now. Man, if you okay, we can also when we calc too, we can assume like if you want, we can assume like there's a spike up, but it's not a guarantee when doing calcs.
yeah.
So I mean, I do think like I don't know, like yeah, Talonflame can defog, but it would be kind of risky for them to try to like if they bring in Talonflame on our spike, like we could easily just have a rock move, right? So
Right.
I think it might be harder for them to defog
I
than
think
we
we
think.
can pretty safely assume that spikes are up, and then also it doesn't really matter for their big mons anyways, because Baxhalber is probably one-shotting most of them, aside from Marchalodon.
Yeah.
Um,
So Darkrai dies. So this is a max HP Archaludon, which is pretty likely. It might even be defensive too, I'm not sure. So with the
yeah.
one spike up, this is something that will live. So what we could like we don't need like we could do max attack to have this like roll, but it's probably
Or we
not
could
worth it. I don't
get like
think.
a +2.
Yeah, it's probably not worth it. At +2, it's gonna die. Like we could go like let's just say we do this right. Okay, so at +2, like we would for sure kill our Chaladon if it's max HP. But now if we're
Mhm.
just +1, I want to check the calcs with this investment versus the other guys. Crown probably still died to Earthquake. It should.
Yeah,
Again,
calm down.
we don't know the Terra, which is annoying, but
Yeah, I don't know about Cobalion. If they do Terra, yeah, I wonder if I live any in if there's any world in which I live attacking on Encoder.
mm,
Um, I'll calc that while you calc the attack.
yeah. I mean, it looks like you have a chance to live actually anyway, but with no
Yeah,
with
it
no bulk.
depends on if he's booster speed, then I probably live for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I can definitely EV to live a booster speed Tachyon, even if or even just a max special attack one.
hmm
It looks within.
So if Cobalion's no bulk, you actually with this investment plus when you do kill with Earthquake, now it can definitely have some bulk, but I don't think we should like invest in more and predict like
I
how much bulk they're gonna have, for
Yeah,
that reason.
I do think like I mean, it's one of the mons that I can chip a little bit easier, Cobalion.
That too. Yeah. Talonflame.
Tomlin probably just dies to Glaive. Oh, it doesn't. Wow.
Yeah, plus, I mean, with this investment, it could be defensive, but yeah, it doesn't actually die. I mean,
Well,
we'd
it can't
probably
do
need to
anything to
be
me.
like,
It won't do anything to me.
yeah, even if we're max two, it's not even guaranteed anyway. So
If he's defensive, he's the most he's doing is Brave Bird.
yeah, which is not much. So,
Yep.
Cresselia is the other one that's gonna definitely live. Yeah, this is the annoying guy right here. But again, even if we're max, like it's not gonna make a difference really. So
Right.
we're gonna need Cresselia definitely dead or very chipped for this guy to win. We could also just go for Ice Cold Crash into Glaive because we could always flinch.
Hmm.
The only thing they could probably do is like maybe Thunder Wave would be annoying, but I mean Moonblast doesn't do too much, and we're still no bulk right now, so
Yeah.
it would just be T Wave. I guess would be annoying, but I mean they could be T Wave. I don't know. We have like Tinglu is pretty good switch into Cresselia, so
Yeah, I
um,
think if they do bring Corsellia, it'd probably just be a dedicated backs check and then just like Luna Dance to sack itself
mhm.
once
Yeah,
it's done.
yeah, that makes sense for sure. So again, still no reason to do more bulk. Pheasantipity should drop. It can definitely be air balloon might be, but I
Right.
mean you have Ice Cold Crash anyway. So and playoff definitely does chunk, but it's not gonna kill. This is bold too, so it'll do more. Um, yeah, I could do a chunk too, but
That's also 152 attack.
yeah,
Just
but you could also chunk it with a spike too. So it's like
yeah,
could definitely be in range. Ursaring probably drops to. Actually, no, it doesn't. No, it's Eviolate.
yeah, our string is fat, but whatever. I'll probably, I mean, on certain mons I don't think can threaten me back, I'd probably just go for the second DV. Up like kind of consider what they have. Obviously, if they have like T Wave, then I probably wouldn't. But
Yeah, they don't have like any priority, so
yeah,
yeah,
if it's like a mon that um just has attacks for it, basically, I could probably like see if I can survive a hit and just go for second DV rather than going glaive.
yeah. They do remember they do have priority, I guess, in wings if they bring that, but yeah.
First impression.
Wait, who has first? Oh, Flygon, yeah. That'd be crazy.
Oh,
Um
it's awful. It's not coming.
yeah, Manaphy probably dies after a spike and +1 unless it's like very bulky. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this investment's fine, just 136. Seems all you need really. And then you have 200 left over. It seems better for backs to invest in the defenses, not the HP here.
Right. Definitely
So
want the Tachyon.
yeah, you could do in Spadef. You got to think like so potential things that you might want to set up on like a second DD is could be a Manaphy, could be mm, could be Fez,
Yeah.
Talonflame for
I don't
sure.
Talon Flame if he can't fit taunt, which he probably can't.
Yeah, Rotom could
Maybe like a
dude Rotom could actually be pretty annoying if it's like Scarf Rotom here, like volt switching around. Um,
Gray, 'cause his ground is actually ass. No, that wait, I like that actually.
yeah, it could be something
Have that on the
just to get in like Greninja or whatever. Um,
yeah.
or you could just like trick if you want like turn one even if you want to lead it, just a Scarf something. Um, but yeah, you're probably gonna be like taking more special hits if I had to guess. So it'd probably be better to invest in um, Spadef here if I had to guess. I think you just
Yeah, that makes sense.
okay. Yeah, so I mean I could just throw this in for now, but you can obviously I don't know when are you playing this. Are you playing this game today or?
Um, let me double check actually. I soon, but
Yeah, it's
I
either
don't remember today or
today or
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and double check that.
Okay. We definitely need G King, and then also too, if we put it the rest in Spadef, but then we G King with the hail, like that'll boost our defense too. Um, if we do fit Chili, Slow King. Slow
Yeah, I'm
King
actually playing later today.
today.
Because he's Australian.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's do Slow King then. So do we want to fit Chili now since we have this Baxcalibur set?
I would not mind chili. Let me just take a look and see.
So G King is gonna be, what are we switching G King into? It's gonna be definitely Cobalion if it comes, probably Talonflame if it comes,
Iron Crown, probably.
Crown.
Probably Archaludon as well. It's gonna be like our main thing, I think.
Well,
It's pretty
Crown,
pressured.
yeah, Crown could be a bit tricky though because if it's like Calm Mind, if it's Policy or something, like we might want to use like, I know Tinglu is for Darkrai, but
Yeah,
um, if Tinglu's
that's
still
fair.
gonna
I
be,
guess I think it depends on if he reveals booster or not.
yeah, that too.
Um,
Yeah, yeah, I get that.
but yeah, I think because if we are running T Wave and Psyshock, and like Spadef, we should be able to take care of well, he's gonna unless he runs Psyshock, we should be able to take care of Iron Crown unless he's like already +2. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it will just be a little bit of a like a first turn thing. Depends on if he goes for sub or just Calm Minds again.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say like T-Wave Chili is also very nice too, because if you T-Wave
Yeah.
something, you're still probably gonna be slower.
Or yeah,
So then you
it's
can
gonna be
Chili
slow,
into like Bax or Grana or something.
right?
But that would probably just
So
mean like no slack off then,
yeah,
because we,
which
we definitely
is
need two attacks. Yeah.
is fine. I feel like most of my I've used G King a couple times in Draft League. Most of my G Kings don't run slack off, and it's not the end of the world.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you.
It's like sometimes it's nice, but I feel like in this matchup I won't really have. Um, I don't know. I would prefer the momentum. I think
Yeah.
just either really.
If it's like a calm mindset, then obviously you want slack off, but that's not what
Yeah.
we are. So, um, I now that I'm looking at Tingludu, I do think Whirlwind is probably the best last slot, just because if Cresselia gets annoying or something. I do like having some way to phase it, but because I'm thinking like, okay, if we go into Slow King and then they just go Cresselia, like all we can do is like Chili, right? Chili into
Right.
probably.
There's a vacuum. There's a vacuum in my background, so I'm gonna let you talk for a little bit, and
Oh
then
yeah, I hear you. I hear you muting. That's why I'm like, oh god.
yeah.
That's okay though.
Uh, yeah, sounds good.
All right, but yeah. So that's why I kind of like the Whirlwind on Tinglu, because I'm trying to think like, okay, if we T Wave something with Slow King, like what's their switch in just Slow King? It's probably gonna be it's gonna be Cresselia for sure. I think if it comes, can
Yeah.
be Cobalion. That's why I like flamethrowers or other coverage move. Could be Ursaring maybe if it comes, but you know Ursaring probably is not gonna do a ton of damage to us anyway, so we can
Right.
always Chili versus that
Two-way
guy.
play. Yep.
So just probably
I'm happy for
Psyshock flamethrower, right?
yeah, I'm happy with that.
But I mean Psyshock kind of hits Cobalion too, so like, oh, but I guess it's for these two guys as well. Yeah, I think that just makes the most sense.
That's fine.
Yeah. Item on this guy. What could it be? Mm,
He only has rocks, so I don't think boots is like
nah.
absolutely necessary.
Yeah,
And
no,
then
I wouldn't go boots here. No.
maybe a berry,
It's
maybe a
either it's either
sludge.
yeah, it's either sludge or resist berry probably. But the only real resist berry would be like the for dark pulse, but we're not gonna be running G King probably into
Yeah,
that guy
it's probably
anyway.
not. Yep. I
So
like sludge.
black
I think
sludge, yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna be coming in a lot. I think it's gonna be nice to just get that residual while I'm collecting T-Wave.
hmm That's fine. Okay. Um, Probably more Spadef again. Cobalion and Talonflame could be physical. I don't think they're gonna really do a ton anyway to
Right.
G King. So more Spadef just to potentially live from Manaphy, from Archaludon, Crown makes the most
Yeah.
sense here. Yeah. Hmm. Like we can let me look at Slow King real quick versus Cobalion and versus Talonflame.
Yeah, I'm looking at Talonflame. It's like
So I guess like a
Yeah.
swords dancing, like if Cobalion is swords dance here, if he flinches us, that could be bad. I'm not gonna lie, like offensive Cobalion does look pretty good here into our team actually. That's why like
You thinking SD or like
yeah,
undif
yeah. Like it could even be like SD Endor Salic with just
Yeah.
stab.
Okay.
Like
hmm
that looks really strong into our team. It stabs.
hmm
So maybe we should make G King a bit more phys def.
Okay, I'm gonna go with that. Let's see.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be Jolly. How much bulk would we need to make sure we live two? I don't even know if we can actually. We can't guarantee live it.
Are you talking about Ironhead? Yeah.
Yeah, like +2 Iron Head. We could be Citrus Berry if you want, because then we
Right.
would guarantee live too. +2.
I don't mind that. That also helps with checking crown.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go Citrus actually.
Yeah, down for it.
Citrus. So we probably would need to be fully. Okay, let's assume Rock Syrup actually. If rocks are up, we always get 2-shot from this investment right here without the Citrus Berry. So, but with Citrus Berry, we get what, 25% back? So actually, hold on. Let's say they get like a 65% roll plus Citrus. No, we need somewhere. We need the top roll to be like mid-50s.
Yeah, we need 60 plus 60 plus 12.5. So, sorry, I mean like just 12.5 and then plus 2 hits.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So this would put us at 12.5. We'd go down to 87, 32, bring back. Okay, so we
Yeah,
would
that's
need like a little bit more, like 53. Like that. Yeah, that's definitely pretty bulky, Fizz Def. But
not, yeah,
like
I think,
I just realized like literally like Kobana is really strong. It doesn't make sense for them to be special either with how good our Spadef
yeah,
Pokemon are. So it should be physical if it's offensive, yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
So um yeah, I think we have to be pretty bulky here. Just to make sure we don't just lose to that guy. That would be sucky. 252, 204.
Fine. Tinglu, Greninja, Excalibur, Slowking.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. So Rotom Tarak looks solid to finish this off. Um, Registeel. Registeel could be annoying for them to kill looking at it, but
The body press thing, but yeah, yeah, it's okay. Kind of,
I do think. Well, we're not planning to Terra this guy, right? With Protean. Probably
no.
so. We probably should bring Terrakion then. Yeah.
All
Um,
right, Big Tarak, if you lose this week, I'm dropping you, so no pressure.
Let me see with this. I haven't even seen this guy in Gen 9 really. He doesn't have
Guys,
rock polish no more, right? No,
let me check.
he doesn't.
Oh, yikes. It's
Mm,
unfortunate.
does he have SD though? Yeah, he's got SD. So you could run like an SD Salic set, kind of how we just said versus them.
Yep.
Because all you would need
Alright,
really
go
is CC and rock move, right?
let's see. CC, rock move.
Terra
Yeah,
rock, maybe, to make sure you
yep,
hit like Cresselia harder or something.
yeah.
Let's see. Terrakion, and for +2, Terra Rock. Stone Edge versus Cresselia. Okay, Cresselia's kind of a bitch. I mean, a crit would probably kill it. Yeah, it would.
Sally is just the most heinous mon of all time.
I know, it's annoying
Um,
as hell. Do you think maybe I was gonna say, do you think maybe rocks would be better to make sure we get chip on that guy instead of spike or no?
Oh, rocks for your chip on Crest.
Yeah.
Low key. I mean,
Like,
oh, you mean on King Loop?
yeah, like it does less to the steel types, obviously, but it does hit everything else better. So,
Do we kill Crest with like? Does rocks help us hit any benchmarks on Crest?
mm, not like off of one rock switching, no. But I was just thinking more of like, because it'll come in probably versus a couple of things
That's fair.
to get chip over time. Let me check versus other Pokemon. Manaphy dies definitely. What else could live a Stone Edge?
Yeah, I guess I'm a little hesitant because I think Spikes is mostly so better. It's just Cresselia, the one mon that's really annoying.
Yeah.
Spike really feels like it's better for everything else.
Iron Crown. Yeah, literally +2 Terra Rock does kill everything, besides Cresselia. And then they can obviously Terra. But Stone
Right.
Edge plus CC does literally look like it cleans everything, assuming you hit Smile. So, and we could,
So,
yeah.
always hit.
I don't know if the actual Terra from Stone Edge like makes a difference on anything besides Cresselia. So you could make the type something else, like a defensive typing, if it doesn't matter for anything else. Let me
Yeah,
see.
can go like Terra Electric for, I mean, or
I,
Terra Ground. Like the idea is to be able to set up on Crest if that's the
yeah,
problem.
right. Yeah, that makes sense. What can Cresselia do to us even? Like Thunder Wave?
That's T-Wave, right? Like if I'm Terraing, it can't really it's not three-shotting with any move.
No. So would Terra Ground or Terra Electric be better?
Hold on, sorry.
Very good. I'm thinking probably Terra Electric, just because. Mm, well, Terra Electric also does resist the steel moves too. Terra Ground doesn't really do much for you. Not on looking at it.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Let me sort something out.
Okay,
I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
you're good. So I won't pause the video. I'll just let him go real quick. But yeah, so my thinking is behind Terra Electric is you resist the steals more. You kind of threaten Manaphy. You threaten Talonflame. Obviously, Rock Move threatens Talonflame anyway. But it just seems better because Terra Ground means like something like, Manaphy, or maybe if Darkrai has like Ice Beam or something, like it just like lets you be more weaker to stuff. The only weakness you have when you're electric obviously is just the ground from Flygon, but +2 CC should kill Flygon anyway, right? So that's not really a concern to us. Yeah, it definitely does. So I am gonna throw, I think definitely think SD, Stone Edge, CC, Endure. So like I think is a pretty good win condition here. We can just also be max speed just because to speed tag Cobalion. And like I said, Cobalion does look pretty good offensively into us, so it might be worth honestly going just max here. So the only thing that could potentially outpace us is at +1 is a Scarf slash Salic Darkrai or Gale Wings Talonflame. So I think this is a pretty solid win condition though. Probably gonna do Rotom as the last Pokemon. Rotom or Registeel, I think, look solid here. Rotom could be interesting to trick Cresselia being annoying, or to trick Pheasantipity, or whatever, But I'll wait for him to get back. All right, we're back. So, all I said for like a second. So, yeah, I like the Terra Electric over Ground just because obviously Electric you have less weaknesses. It's just Flygon and you're faster. So, um, +2 close combat will always kill Flygon anyway. And then you also resist some of the steel moves, is what I said too. So I think electric makes a lot more sense than ground if we're just talking about avoiding, avoiding para. So
Right.
it lets you set up another SD on Cresselia and stuff too. Um, but yeah, I mean, after Cresselia is gone, or if it doesn't come, like +2, this thing literally just kills everything. I do think just going max to speed Tycho Cobalion is ideal. Um, only thing that could
Right.
potentially outspeed you is Scarf or Selic, Darkrai.
Yeah.
Same thing with
Makes sense.
Cobalion or Gale Wings if they still have Gale Wings for some reason on Talonflame.
Hmm.
So I think this is probably your best win condition here. Like this is a pretty good, if you could find the right opportunity, like this should win too. But Excalibur is also
Yeah.
very strong, obviously.
Hmm.
Um, last slot, I
Seems
do
great.
think Rotom or Registeel probably make the most sense to me. Um,
Right.
we do have 3 like pretty good offensive pieces now, so it's just if you want a 4th or if you want
Mm. Right.
Registeel, you could have rocks on this guy if you want, or you know, do whatever. Thunderwave on this guy too, like. Or you could just run Rotom with if you run Rotom, I do think Scarf is best, just because even just tricking immediately is also just good for you.
Right.
If
Hmm.
Flygon does come, it does make the click a little bit harder with Rotom,
Yeah.
but
Second, second T-Wolf spammer sounds kind of nice, but I think I like a scarf just to a scarf rhythm just to have something like immediately faster than everything on this team, like especially Darkrai.
hmm
Yeah, it'd be nice to have something just in case that gets out of hand.
okay, that sounds good. Couple of things though is obviously rocks, you can't get rid of them, so that does limit your switch
Right,
ins. And
right,
then if you do lock into like overheat or something, that does give potentially like Manaphy or something else like Terra Water or
right.
something a free click. So it's just got to be a bit careful there. But yeah, I do like
Yeah.
Rotom.
Okay.
Solid.
Yeah, I'll probably just volt around a lot, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
that's
do.
that's always a good thing. Yeah. We're gonna run Volt. We're gonna run Overheat. Definitely gonna run Trick. Last slot could be Thunderbolt. Could be Discharge. Could be Pain Split if you plan on tricking away your Scarf. Could be a status move. Again, you'd only do that with tricking away your Scarf. It's really just that, either status move, Pain Split, or just Thunderbolt / Discharge.
Right.
So, it'd probably just be, yeah, I mean, I'd probably just go Discharge, I think. Would Foul
Yep.
Play work versus anything? Not really. No. Yeah, I do think probably just Discharge is good here.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Alright, Discharge. Um, so we can just make this to be faster than Talonflame. You probably wouldn't need too much speed, but you probably would go Timid. You would need like, not even this much, probably like this much around there. Let's check. Yeah, 108 to make sure you're faster than Talonflame. And then what are you like switching this into? You're switching this, you could switch this into like Talonflame pretty easily.
Right.
You could be aggressive and switch it into Manaphy if you don't think there's gonna click a water move. But
Right.
do you have a water resist? Not you have
Switch
like
it.
not really good ones, no.
Could switch it into a crest threatening, like a trick.
Yeah, for sure. Trick. Um you could probably switch it into the steals too.
Yeah.
So do you want to be like more offensive, you think, or more bulky?
Um, Probably more offensive, to be honest. Yeah, because I'm a little worried about if he does set rocks. I think eventually I just want to get like some offensive clicks off of this mon rather than trying to
Okay.
tank stuff.
Yeah, I'm fine
Yeah.
with this. I'm fine with just going like that, yeah. Yeah, it makes the most sense. So I think that might be tricky. Okay, so I just like Whirlwind too for Tinglu, but I don't know if you like another move.
Yeah, I'm fine with Whirlwind.
Okay.
for the Kabalion. Oh, sorry, Iron Crown.
Yeah. Or you could also just pull it in too early if you get it pringed in with the to waste this booster. Um,
Yep.
yeah. So only thing is too like it might be a bit hard to find like when to bring in Baxcalibur to Dragon Dance, but I certainly
Right.
think you hold Terrakion until you think you can just win with it if you can, and then Greninja can always pivot in from like a Rotom Volt switch or Chili too, just to hit something, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, like Gren looks good on paper, like looks good, but like I don't know, I just feel like it's not like strong enough. But I'd like this set, like he can definitely put in work, but like I would not be surprised like if it doesn't really get a kill here. I just can't think of a better Greninja set is the problem. So, but
Yeah.
it's too good of a Pokemon to not bring. So
Yeah. I think. Um. Yeah. The pilot Tezzy has got it. I will try my best. I think we did pretty much like what we needed to do in terms of prep, and I think should be able to win with good piloting. Yeah, if you bring something whack, like I don't know, like
mm,
fucking I can't really think of anything right now, but something
yeah,
out of the blue
yeah.
might be a little annoying.
Spinef bulk up Ursaring.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, I mean, what can you do? He's got a really good draft,
yeah, you
in
can
my
trick it.
opinion. It's really
Yeah.
scary.
Okay. For lead, what do we think we're leading here?
Probably Gren, honestly. Gren or Tinglu. It's between those. I'm trying to think. Or actually Brotham. Brotham could also be a solid lead. It's
Yeah, you would probably give away that you're scarfed right away, but I don't know if that's a big deal. Um, Greninja, I probably. Okay, so we assume they bring top 3 or top 5 plus Manaphy, which would be good because I know Cresselia, but I'm not really
Gren is a
sure.
good lead into pretty much everything other than Darkrai, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Versus like a Pheasant Deputy lead, though, I don't know if you would stay in. You could get
Oh,
half,
I
but
think that's true, yeah.
I mean, you could always just pivot Slowking. It's not really the end of the world on Pheasant
Yeah.
Deputy. Um,
I also just don't really see a Pheasant Divvy lead into like Tinglu and
yeah, that's true.
like possible Tinglu lead
hmm
in soaking.
So just versus Darkrai, you'd have to pivot probably just Tinglu.
Yeah, probably Tinglu.
Burn would
He
be
goes
annoying,
Willow,
but
then it's just yeah. Or I mean, if I'm super aggressive, I could go Rotom, but I think
nah,
Tinglu is probably better.
yeah. You could just spike in Ruination if you get burned. It's whatever. He could be Taunt, which is annoying, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know if you would have like a Willow slash Hypnosis plus Taunt. Probably not.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
But
Would be yep.
yeah, I like Greninja lead, honestly. Greninja looks good. You pretty much stay in, like you said, versus everything. But well, maybe like if something is Scarf, that could potentially just kill you.
Right.
Um,
I'm cooked.
yeah, like versus Cobalion. Like I don't think it would be Scarf here, but it could be. Or Sash maybe
Okay.
even.
You're bringing Scarf Cobalion. He's already lost.
Well, you would lose your Greninja if you stayed in with that. So.
Well, I mean, I might lose the game, but he's
uh,
lost the war.
yeah, for real. All right, that sounds good then. Just pivot Tinglu on Darkrai and stay in with everything else probably.
Yep. Sounds good.
All right. Hopefully this team does wonders. Thank you for joining me, man. And then,
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
of course, I'll see you guys in the replay. All right, guys, we are here for the battle with Tezzy versus Paranox. Again, one last look at the pace. We have pretty defensive Slowking, Spadef, and Tinglu. Orb is pretty solid. Protean, we just do a lot of damage, and then our win condition is this Terrakion. And then Baxcalibur can also obviously win if it gets a DD up in the right spot. So look at the team that Pyronox brought. He did bring pretty much all the threats that we thought he was going to bring. Our Chalon is there. It's very annoying. Manaphy's there. Darkrai, of course, came. So we lead Greninja. They lead Pheasantipity. So he chooses just to liquidate. Okay, do some damage. That didn't even do half, which is actually crazy. We're Life Orb max attack, right? Yeah, we're Life Orb max attack. So this has got to be Fizz Def. And they actually reveal Swords Dance, which is kind of cool. I don't think I've ever seen Pheasantipity run SD before. It's a little bit scary though because, you know, we didn't do half, so he could just technically roost and we would kill ourselves to Life Orb. But physical Vezendipity, like, can't we just probably go into... Oh, no, I'm getting a phone call. We might be able to go into Slowking on this, but it does get, like, beat up, I think, or something. So, he can taunt to stop the Roost. That's probably what I would do here. He just uses to liquidate, probably going for a defense drop. Yep, Pyro is going to spam Roost. Looks like Tezzy just wants to keep Vezendipity low. So, he does do that. We do lose Greninja in the process, but now we can just Volt Switch. There's no ground type. Flygon did not come. So I think we did reveal probably to him that we are Scarf Rotom because Vezendipity is probably faster, but all good. So 1 for 1. Our Chaladon reveals EQ and crits are Slowking, but we are Fizz Def, so it still doesn't do too much, and we do get the power off, which is huge. Now we can pivot to Rotom on the potential Earthquake. Good play by Tezzy. And then now we Volt Switch. What do we go into here? That's a little bit tricky. This, yeah, so we strike out EQ, probably Body Press. Yeah, this is a bit tricky. He's got to go back and forth. Maybe he should, like, trick here. Okay, he does trick. Good. What does he lock into? Earthquake. Nice. So now you probably just... Oh, you Volt Switch into an Earthquake. We don't have a... I mean, Ting Loop, yeah, it's not going to take a ton. Okay, so now we lock this thing. So that's good. That was a good trick. We can get up a Hazard here if we want. As we do get up a Spike. Very nice. Manaphy is a bit problematic, though. We just stay in to take the Scald and Whirlwind, expecting no... maybe expecting a, like a take hard or something. Cobalion comes in here. I mean, we can just go Slowking here, right? Slowking's our pivot into Cobal. We take an Aura Sphere to the face, and we EQ, do a lot of damage to it. And it reveals Policy. Okay, it's not terrible. Like, this thing probably gets a kill now, unfortunately, but because if it's just fighting moves into Flash Cannon, it probably kills Slowking. I was gonna say maybe go Slowking first, because that Aura Sphere obviously would have done 0, and we could have Thunderwaved, but it's all good. So let's see what he sacks here. He goes Slowking on the Flash Cannon. Yeah, we have to sack something, it looks like. Pivots to Rotom now. He's trying to pivot around. Does Aura Sphere just kill us? Oh, actually he switches. Okay. Wow. I don't know why he switched there. He must have just been slower. Oh, I guess for Assault Vest, actually. We took the AV, so he didn't kill us. Okay, I forgot about that. So actually, that was good by Tezzy then, just to save the sack. And then we discharge on the switch to Talon, which is really solid. No para, but... Okay, so they just pretty much sack Talonflame to get rid of a Spike. Okay. So it's looking really good for Tezzy, actually, right now. Oh, actually, I didn't even check what Terra this guy is, by the way. Terra Fairy. Okay. And there's the Terra Fairy. Okay. We eat the Draco, but now we can Earthquake, so we have to switch. Okay, we don't switch, so we were just going to Chili and sack the G-King, looks like. Go back to Rotom, we can just freely click Discharge. Very nice. Tezzy's playing this pretty well. Like, I don't see any, like, huge mistakes, that I would say, so far. I don't really, not even, like, any mistakes, honestly. Discharge into Volt Switch. Pyro makes a solid play, predicts that, and gets the Earthquake on G-King, but it's looking pretty tough. Okay, so this is Baxcalibur versus Darkrai. We don't know anything about these two guys. Well, we know our set. Darkrai is probably the scariest Pokemon left. It for sure is, actually, because it outspeeds everything, and Tinglu's chipped. If I'm Tezzy, I'd probably just attack here just to make sure this thing can't set up or anything. Goes for Focus Blast. We go for DD. Okay, so unless it's Scarf, we're going to do a lot of damage. Okay, it is Scarfed. Yeah, we have G-King now. We can just Chili out into Rotom. Yep. Free electric move here. Discharge knocks out the Cobal. Very good. Darkrai comes back and just goes for a Dark Pulse Flinch. Don't get it. Now I can bring in Terrakion or Tinglu. Terrakion it is. Swords Dance actually probably just wins the game here, yeah. CC to kill this guy. CC would obviously kill Manaphy. We gotta go. Darkrai comes in here. It's faster than us. Because we're Salic Berry. Like, Salic Berry and Dirt doesn't actually do anything here because we're already faster than Manaphy unless it's Scarf, and with our Salic Berry we're not gonna outspeed Darkrai anyway. So I actually think he should switch here because we're the defense drops and just go into something like Tinglu, for example, to see what he wants to lock himself into. I think that's a safer play. Because if they go for like Dark Pulse or they go for Focus Blast, because we can still Terra and they flinch us, that's really, really bad for us. Because then I think Manaphy wins actually if Terrakion dies. So he doesn't care though. He risks the flinch. Does he get flinched? Nope. We kill it and then Manaphy probably dies too. So that's the only play right there. It's a little bit sketchy in my opinion. I think if we get flinched there, I think Manaphy cleans up the rest. If I had to guess, we could power it with G-King perhaps, and then Rotom would be faster than the Manaphy. But it definitely gets a bit dicey there. But it was well played by Tezzy. He played pretty much the whole game really, really well, except in my opinion that last turn where he risked it. But maybe there's a reason. Maybe he was scared of like +1 speed Manaphy or something. So like maybe if he switched out here, he thought that if Manaphy comes in later, it had a way to boost its speed or something. But again, we had the Endure Sally Fairy, so I'm not sure. But really well played by Tezzy, man, against a really good opponent, Paranox. So thank you guys a ton for watching. Again, if you guys want to be part of the series, just join the Discord down below and then type in the word in the Team Building with Zooch channel. I'll get you guys signed up. Thank you guys a ton for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.